Apart from being superstars and millionaires, a lot of football players are actually also great human beings. And today we'll be taking a look at some of the players out there who have changed a lot of people's lives by donating to charity. Now, keep in mind that this list isn't exclusive, so even if we've left someone very generous out of the list, doesn't necessarily make them bad human beings or unworthy of a mention. But we've narrowed it down to 15 players who are being amazing examples by doing something for the greater good. Now, charity isn't a contest, and it's important that we don't make it one, but some people just have a bigger impact than others. Take Didier Drogba, for example. He's heavily involved in doing healthcare and educational work in Africa. He donated his entire fee from a Pepsi campaign to building a hospital in the Ivory Coast, and he even played a pretty huge part in the ceasefire that more or less ended a civil war in his country after the national team qualified for the World Cup. Talk about changing people's lives. This guy is an absolute legend. Another player who's dedicated to his work on the greater good is Juan Mata, who co-founded the Common Goal organization in 2017. The idea is simple. He and the other members give 1% of their earnings to a shared fund, who then donate money to powerful football foundations in order to change the world through football. It's a brilliant cause, and Mata has been joined by a long list of equally generous players. But of course, one of the finest players ever has also done his share of charity. Lionel Messi donated 1 million euros to hospitals during the pandemic. He has his own foundation helping children and has done extensive work for UNICEF in order to improve the educational systems in India, Bangladesh, and Indonesia. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We also need to talk about SADIO MANÉ, who went and built a hospital in his hometown in Senegal. He later told the story of how his father passed because there were no hospitals around, so he decided to build one, and he's also built them a school. In general, Mané seems to be keen to help out where he can, even going to clean up in his local mosque in the hours after playing for Liverpool. Good man. His teammate, Mohamed Salah, has also gone into his own pockets to help out. For instance, he donated $3 million to rebuild the National Cancer Institute after it was hit by a terrorist attack. He spent $350,000 to build a sewage system for his hometown, and also helps young refugees in Africa with getting better education.
Hello, my name is Michael ESSIEN. Please support the Game of Hope.
And remembering where you came from is important. Look at Michael ESSIEN, who has donated a lot of money to make sure that the local area where you grew up in Ghana has access to clean water, electricity, and other necessary amenities. You might be a wealthy footballer and love a nice car or two, but that is a purposeful way of spending your money. The next guy on the list also loves fast cars, but seems equally fond of helping people out. Apart from being one of the best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo is also a UNICEF ambassador, but has also donated to various individual good causes in the past. Like when he sold his golden boot to fund building a school in Gaza, when he donated to hospitals in Portugal during the pandemic, or when he was asked to donate his boots so the family of Eric Ortiz Cruz could pay for his surgery. Instead, Ronaldo promised to pay the entire $83,000 for the surgery. And again, these are just examples. Generosity, guys. Then there's MESUT ÖZIL, who's also done his share of charity, but notably he donated all of his World Cup earnings in 2016 to fund the surgeries for 23 Brazilian children. The cost? $237,000. Not everything has to be donations for surgery though, as Hector Bellerin promised to plant 3,000 trees for every win Arsenal got that season. He even got a betting company to promise that they plant 6,000 trees every time Arsenal didn't win, and in the end, well, nature won. Bellerin planted 58,000 trees.
Yeah, we're planting trees tonight, you know.
And that's just one of many charities that he's donated to.
Hi, I'm Andy Robertson and welcome to my charity AR26.
Last year, Andy Robertson started his own charity foundation, AR26, which focuses on 3 key areas. One is to encourage more people to be active by playing football. The other is to help young people with better education. And the last is a Make-A-Wish style project for sick children. That's really solid from Andy. The same can be said about Neymar, who's also making good use of his personal wealth to donate to a lot of different charities. He's got his own foundation working at providing better education for children in Brazil. He's worked with Waves for Water to provide clean drinking water in areas without that in Brazil, and also donated $1 million to the fight against the pandemic. And that wasn't even a publicity stunt, by the way.
What? Really?
As he did it anonymously at first until Brazilian TV revealed that it came from him. That's good form, Ney. Good form. Then there's Kylian Mbappé, who donated his entire earnings from winning the World Cup in 2018 to various charities because, as he said, he earns enough money already. It doesn't change anything for him, but it does for the people he's donating to. And that's a great way of looking at it. Respect. But let's also not forget Craig Bellamy, who donated £1.4 million to improving the education system in Sierra Leone. Or ex-Arsenal player Nwankwo Kanu, who set up the Kanu Heart Foundation, who's funded over 400 heart surgeries for children in Africa. That's called making a difference, guys. And finally, making a difference is also what Marcus Rashford has done. Of course, he's done a lot of different things for charity, but the big one is the free meal program for children in the UK, where Rashford took on the Prime Minister and got them to make a U-turn on their policy. You absolutely love to see it. And Rashford continues his activism to be the voice of less fortunate children in the UK. Role model. So, some of the football players doing their part in changing people's lives. And maybe it can be a bit of an inspiration on how you can one day make a difference and find your purpose as well. But did we forget any on the list? Let us know down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more great football content and check out the playlist in the corner to learn how to improve as a footballer. And with those words, I'll be signing off. Cheerio.